So, welcome to Boxing Media Hub, sponsored by Falcon Contracting, and you are with Joel and Jam on a Friday evening. We've got those Friday feelings, and we are going for Lawrence Okolie versus Lukasz Rozanski. Looking forward to this one. Lawrence Okolie, 20 fights, 19 wins, 14 knockouts. Last out, as we well know, in May 2023, that long ago. Against Chris Smith, which he lost on majority decision, which he was bullied, really. It was a dreadful performance. Nothing against Lawrence Okolie, but it just was not his night at all. It was a hanging on for dear life for 12 rounds, really. And the hugger got found out in that respect. Lukasz Rozanski, 15 fights, 15 wins, 14 knockouts. Last out in April last year. So these guys haven't been doing a lot at all. So it could be interesting because obviously we'd say, being out the ring, it's a big factor, but both guys have. He was asked out against Alan Babbage, to which he won TKO round 1. This is an interesting... In Poland, 24th of May, 2024, for the WBC World Bridgerweight title, as they've said. SWS Boxing, let's go, Lawrence. And big up, lads. Hope you're well, from Chris. Thank you very much, boys, for coming in. Hopefully, Okolie has learned he needs to punch and not hug people. He's a lover, not a fighter. Hopefully Okolie moves to heavyweight after this. I've always said Okolie is built like a heavyweight. He is built like a heavyweight, but for me, I don't see him mixing in with those guys. I just don't see it. Where now we've got Bridger that's kind of come along and slotted its way in, and I wasn't a massive fan about it when they originally sort of talked about it and all the rest of it. And I know you're not a big fan of it either, Jam. It's kind of one of those just slotted in for convenience. But if they get the fighters in there and they turn it into a good division, which there are potential to have a lot of good fighters sitting in this Bridgerweight, to be fair. I think, why not? Let's see where it goes. If it puts more boxing on a telly, I don't really care. I think that's where me and Jam sit in this one. What do you think about this one, Jam? We've all been waiting for Lawrence Okolie to go to heavyweight, but it kind of is what it is. He's at Bridger, could be the best thing for him, really, as he's a bit of in no man's land now. Opportunity, a title as well.
Yeah, it's a big ask, though, going to Poland to fight a man like Rozanski. He's 15-0 with 14 knockouts. The guy can bang. We know that. We know Okolie can punch too. But after that last performance from Okolie, I'm just not sold on him. I just don't think he's good enough. I really don't. Smith made him look very ordinary. He completely controlled that fight, as you said earlier. Like, all he wanted to do was cuddle.
Yeah.
Okolie, I mean. And it was just... He's just not got that hunger for the fight. You get what I mean? Like, he doesn't seem... like he's bothered. He calls himself the sauce. He needs a bit of sauce inside him to get him going. You know what I mean? He's like a Duracell bunny that's ran out of battery power.
Hot sauce, mate. Hot sauce.
Yeah. He just doesn't seem to care enough to have a real go. He'd rather cruise to a victory or take the loss. And that's not a fighting man's mentality. He should be going hell for leather to knock out the man in front of him and get that W. And Lawrence Okolie, I'm afraid, does not seem to have that. So for me, I think he gets stopped around round 7 by Rozanski.
It's funny you say that. It's a tough one, isn't it? Chris has said Bridgerweight is for security guards, roll around the cobbles. We know where he's going with that.
Big up, Chris.
If Okolie wants to cuddle, go to America for a cuddle party. They love their nonsense over there. That's Chris for anyone. He is crying out for a cuddle. It's, as I say, it's more of an intriguing one. You know, Bridgerweight's sitting, as I say, in a bit of a funny place at the moment because everyone's going to go, here we go, another one, more titles, but it is on the line. He's got an opportunity to be a world champion again. This is Lawrence's opportunity to be a world champion again. But he really has to buck up his ideas. Fair dues to him for going over to Poland to fight him. I take my hat off to him. That is a big,
very
well done for Lawrence Okolie on that one. Full respect for him. For me, I think he won't take this on points because he won't get points over there. No. So this is the thing. He's going to be forced to do something different. He's got to show that now we've gone up a weight. Is there more power in that weight? Which that could work in his favour. That could be the snap he needs, which I hope it is. I really do. I hope it wakes Okolie up and we get to see him do something different. Who knows that Chris Billam-Smith may lose his world title at some point and join him at Bridgerweight, because that could be that next step up.
I hope that's not true, though. I hope that's not true.
If you know what I mean, though, it's now that extra place
I
can go without going to heavyweight with the big boys. And I know the Source is a big lad. I saw him at, the fight last time, and he's a mountain, absolute mountain. But you need the power when you go up to heavyweight as well. We've seen that now. Okolie should be winning or career is done. I don't know if it's career done moving to that new weight class. I think going in there gives him another opportunity, but I do see what Chris is saying. For me, I think Rozanski, he takes it on points. I just think he takes it on points. Okolie needs to show me something different. Otherwise, we're going to have repeat. And it won't even be majority decision over there. It will be a case of you've lost on points. That'll be it. Hey,
Minky.
Rozanski's no mug. It will be a firefight for 5 rounds, and I'm not sure Octopus wins it. Octopus. Rozanski points out that. Rozanski on points. So there we have it, people. Let us know in the comments how you see this one. I'm going Rozanski on points. Jam's going for Rozanski. Round 7 around that area, isn't it? Sort of the 6 to 9 rounds, should we say?
Yeah, that's it. I just think he's too strong, Joe. I just think he's too strong, and I think Okolie's going to be gun shy from being beat. Last time I had Chris Billam-Smith, and I just think Rozanski at home with a crowd behind him, and the Polish crowd are raucous, and he's going to be intimidated, and I think he gets to him, and I think he stops him.
I think, as like we were saying, I think you're with me. Okolie needs to show us something, and if he does, fair dues to him, because then that's another weight division he could go and technically dominate. But he needs to show us the power. He's got to show the power, because it was flat in that last fight. It was dreadful.
He needs to have a go, Joel. That's the key word we're looking for. He needs to try. He needs to throw some punches. Because that last fight with CBS was just a joke. He barely tried to throw a punch. He thought he's hugging and dancing and getting the win, and it just didn't, and he didn't deserve it.
I think he's got to win within 6. I genuinely do. I think he's got to do that. Otherwise, the engine goes, he gets sluggish, he slows down, and the other guy could literally pick his shots and take him. I think it's that late stoppage for me, but not going the distance. Rozanski by stoppage 4th round. So there we have it, people.
Blaming Kiem.
Let us know in the comments. Hit the subscribe button, ding the bell for notifications, and let us know everything that's going on.
All boxing accepted.
Exactly. Jam, thank you very much as always. You're a sweetheart on a Friday. And do you know what?
Have some of this.
Have it. Enjoy your Friday.